So this session we have kept for the introduction about the GST certification course. As we all know, GST is one of the largest taxation reforms of the country since independence, and therefore we have to understand this law very clearly and precisely. We need to implement each and every provision of the law very sensibly, and for the same we have to understand the provisions in detail. जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि जीएसटी एक सबसे बड़ा रिफॉर्म है इंडिया का टैक्सेशन में, एंड मेरा तो ऐसा बिलीफ है कि ये ना केवल टैक्सेशन रिफॉर्म है बल्कि बिजनेस रिफॉर्म है। एंड 110% छोटा बिजनेस हो या बड़ा, ईच बिजनेस इज गोइंग टू बी इम्पैक्टेड बिकॉज ऑफ जीएसटी or rather introduction of GST. So thinking that in mind, I decided to start this certification course. Now what are the benefits that we can get out of this course? जो आपके दिमाग में सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन आएगा कि ये कोर्स करने से हमको क्या बेनिफिट्स होंगे। तो these are certain benefits which I have listed down. पहला बेनिफिट जो मेरे हिसाब से रहेगा, we'll be discussing section wise. We'll be analyzing each and every section in detail of the revised model GST law. And not only of the revised model GST law, there is a reason why I'm starting this certification course from 6th of March. The reason is that on 4th and 5th of March, the meeting of GST Council is due, and it is expected that the final GST law, which is CGST law, SGST law and IGST law, will be approved by the GST Council in this meeting. And therefore, from 6th March onwards, we will be dealing with and discussing the provisions of the GST law, which is approved by the GST Council. And in case if it is not approved on 4th or 5th of March, then also one thing is very sure, that 95% of the provisions which we are having in revised model GST law are approved by the GST Council. There are certain changes which are going to come and which are more or less related to the dual control, because as we all know, there were certain disputes so far as dual control is concerned. In the last meeting, those disputes were resolved to a large extent. And secondly, another important thing is that since this is a new law, this is something which is going to change the entire manner in the which we are doing business since independence or since many years or decades. Certainly there are going to be some teething problems, there are going to be some disputes, there are going to be some actions against one another, wherein central government will say something, state government will say something. But nevertheless, I believe that from 1st July 2017, the GST law is certainly going to come. And therefore, this is the right time that we should understand each and every section in detail. So therefore, the first benefit of this course, which I foresee, is we will discuss in detail each and every section of revised model GST law and the final draft GST law. Next is, we'll do certain comparisons wherever it is necessary. We'll do comparison with the existing laws. Whatever is proposed or maybe finalized under GST, we'll compare that provision and do the impact analysis of all those changes which is going to impact the business in day-to-day life, whether it is working capital, whether it is supply chain management. We'll be discussing those impacts in detail wherever it is necessary. So second benefit of this course can be that there will be a comparison of old, that is existing laws, and the GST law. Now you all will agree and you all will appreciate one thing, that most of us who are there in the webinar are chartered accountants or professionals, and each one of us have appeared or attended lot of conferences on GST. But there is a difference in conference and a study program. See, in conference what happens is there is a limitation of time and lot of gathering is there, and one person is deliberating and all the others are listening, and there are very few questions which are raised at last because of the scarcity of time. But in this course, this again will be a benefit to us, that not only will be discussing each provision in detail, we will be taking question answer sessions separately in each of our session. Let us assume that there are 10 sessions in the course. So in each of those 10 sessions, there will be a question answer series, question answer session, wherein you can ask the questions and we will be replying to them. Next is, we will be discussing all the provisions, major provisions with practical examples. We will touch upon the provisions with the practical examples in day-to-day life and how it is going to impact our business. Yeah, here comes impact analysis. Wherever it is necessary, we will do impact analysis. Say for example, if I have to give an example, जहाँ पे किसी के मल्टीपल ब्रांचेस हों और उसने वेयर हाउसेस बना रखे हैं हर स्टेट में, तो अभी एग्जिस्टिंग लॉ में वो क्या करता है कि अगर उसको गुजरात से महाराष्ट्र गुड्स भेजने हैं तो वो ब्रांच ट्रांसफ़र दिखा के उसके ऊपर कोई टैक्स इम्पैक्ट नहीं ला के वो अपनी ब्रांच को ट्रांसफ़र दिखा देता है और ब्रांच फर्दर उसको सेल करता है, और जब वो सेल किया जाता है उस वक्त उसके ऊपर टैक्स का इम्प्लीकेशन आता है. बट जीएसटी में ये चीज़ बहुत क्लियर है कि इवन इफ़ यू आर मेकिंग अ ब्रांच ट्रांसफ़र, इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी टैक्सेबल. सो व्हाट इम्पैक्ट इट विल हैव इन योर बिजनेस? इट विल इम्पैक्ट योर वर्किंग कैपिटल. इट विल डायरेक्टली इम्पैक्ट योर वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो दिस इज़ वन एग्जाम्पल. ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल हो सकते हैं जहाँ पे आपके मल्टीपल स्टेट्स के ट्रांजेक्शन्स हैं, या आपका बिजनेस इस तरीके से है कि आप जॉब वर्क पे भेजते हैं, मल्टीपल जॉब वर्क्स होते हैं, एंड उसका इम्पैक्ट आपकी जीएसटी की वजह से आपके बिजनेस पे आएगा, वर्किंग कैपिटल पे या सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट पे या मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स पे या कॉस्टिंग पे. सो वी विल एनालाइज ऑल दोज इम्पैक्ट्स इन दिस कोर्स. There are 5 rules and formats which are approved by the GST Council on 29th of September 2016. Which are those? Returns, refund, registration, payment, returns, refund, registration, payment and invoice. ये 5 रूल्स और इनके फॉर्मेट्स सितंबर 2016 को जीएसटी काउंसिल ने अप्रूव कर दिए हैं. तो विल गो थ्रू ईच ऑफ दोज रूल्स एज वेल एज द फॉर्मेट्स इन डिटेल. विल हैव अ डिटेल्ड डिस्कशन कि अगर कोई फिगर आएगी तो कहाँ से आएगी और उसका इम्पैक्ट रिटर्न्स में कहाँ कहाँ होगा. एंड नॉट ओनली दिस, विल ट्राई टू कवर कि जीएसपी गुड्स एंड सर्विस टैक्स सुविधा प्रोवाइडर, जो जीएसटी सुविधा प्रोवाइडर्स अपॉइंट किए हैं गवर्नमेंट ने आपके और जीएसटीएन के बीच में एज अ ब्रिज काम करने के लिए, उनके सॉफ्टवेयर में कैसे डेटा प्रोक्योर होगा. विल ट्राई टू कवर दैट ऑल्सो व्हेन विल बी डिस्कसिंग द फॉर्मेट्स in particular of returns. Next benefit can be whatever changes are there even after the completion of this course, we will cover those changes. We will keep extra sessions for that and we will be covering all those changes, and in the due course, that is within the duration of this course, if there are any changes made in law, we will cover each and every section, each and every change in detail. This is the same 3 to 5 comparative and analytical sessions. One final law is there in the public domain. Reasons if you are not able to attend a particular session, so all those sessions and full videos of those sessions will be uploaded and you will be given a login ID and password using which you can log into the system and you can see those sessions, you can attend those sessions, and if in case there are any queries pertaining to those sessions, you can send an email wherein we will be reverting on the same, or you will be getting a number from which you can have a word and get your queries resolved. I personally will take care of those queries and reply to each and every queries that you have. So I am very much sure you will be able to do all these analysis, that is impact analysis, profitability analysis, in an efficient manner, and if not an expert, you will certainly be very much aware and acquainted with the provisions of GST. आपको GST लॉ पे एक अच्छी ग्रिप होगी, उसका मैं अश्योरेंस आप सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, ये 18 सेशंस हैं जो हम कवर करेंगे, जिसमें पूरा GST लॉ हम कवर करेंगे। और मैं वापस आपको बोलता हूँ, अश्योर करता हूँ कि हम केवल थियरी नहीं, हम प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ इसको डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। और आपकी जितनी भी क्वेरीज GST के अंदर होगी, वो सभी क्वेरीज हम इन्हीं सेशंस में एड्रेस करेंगे। और इन केस अगर नहीं होती है, सो विल क्रिएट अ सेपरेट प्लेटफॉर्म वेयर इन वी विल डिस्कस ईच ऑफ दोस क्वेरीज, और जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनको उन क्वेरीज का बेनिफिट मिलेगा। एंड यू ऑल विल बी डायरेक्टली एक्सेसिबल टू मी। आप मुझे डायरेक्टली फ़ोन कर सकते हैं और हम पर्सनली कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है उसको एड्रेस